Phil, a point here at the Stoke Carras against Sheffield Wednesday. What are your reflections on the game?
First half we looked like a championship team, second half we looked like a first division team, and if you look at the first half it was a really good performance. We scored 2, possibly could have had more. But we've got to find a way to sustain performances across the whole game. I think any team is going to have periods in the game, but we've got to come through those periods unscathed and not concede like we did today. But I think the overriding kind of thoughts are that we had great control with the football in the first half. We had a lovely mixture to our play, and second half we became frantic and under pressure, and we gave the ball away. And if you give the ball back as often as we do to teams at this level, then invariably it's going to be a long 45 minutes, and you could see our lads were out on the feet at the end of the game. And it was just purely because we didn't get any control in the game, and we've got to look at that. But listen, we've shown we can compete. We've shown it in all 3 games. Southampton game were terrific. I thought we improved from the West Brom performance, certainly in the first half, but it's now about sustaining performances across the whole game. But we'll get there with that. We've shown a lot of good signs again today. Of course, when you've conceded 2 goals to lose a lead, it's going to hurt. But if we're honest, we could have lost it at the end, and I think that moment is a great example to us that, in League One, League Two, it's 2-2 at home and we're driving on to go and get the winning goal. We can't leave the back door open like we did and overcommit, because we could be made a tough day, a really bad one, by conceding in the last minute, and Danny's stood strong and made a good save. So a lot to learn, and you could look back at 1-1 against Southampton. Let's go and take the point. Fortunately today we've got the point and we're off and running with that. But there's a lot for us to look at.
To touch on that first half performance, Kiefer Moore obviously getting 2 of those goals to put you ahead. What did you make of his showing, and is that a platform that you can build on moving forwards?
Well, he's been great so far, hasn't he? Southampton, he was unplayable. And then today he was magnificent in the first half, could have scored more, had some other good moments. He's twisted his ankle, and at half time he was struggling a bit. Hindsight, should we have brought him off? But he wanted to stay on. I don't think he's made it too much worse by staying on, but clearly he wasn't the same in that second period. But listen, his all-round display in that first 45 minutes is as good as any striker you'll see at this level.
Spoken about the need to be better in terms of control. What can be done to improve from that side of the game?
It's just looking at the lessons in areas when we needed to take the sting out of the game with the ball, and that's it. We kind of became frantic and edgy, and you could sense it all around on the pitch. There was an edginess crept in. And listen, Sheffield Wednesday were always going to come out and respond after their first half display. But we need to stand strong through that period, not just defensively, but like I say, in possession of the ball, because some of the control we had in the first period was great. And I think if we look at the physical data, I would imagine we've ran a lot more in the second half than we did in the first half, because we had to, because we gave the ball away too many times.
Just finally, back in Carabao Cup action next week, what are you hoping to get from that match?
Progress into the next round hopefully, but we'll just look at it over the next few days. Those lads got a chance to stake the claim. Obviously we'll look at Callum Doyle, see where he is in the next couple of days training, and we'll pick the team. We can go do ourselves proud at Deepdale.
Thanks, Phil.